The Chessmaster moves again. Welcome back to Inkari. It's time. Today we are diving deep into the political chess games in South Africa, where President Jacob Zuma has made yet another strategic move, this time resulting in the resignation of Dr. John Hlophe from the Judicial Service Commission. But why? What does this mean for South Africa's political landscape? Let's find out. Dr. John Hlophe has been a contentious figure in South Africa's judiciary for years, embroiled in legal battles and political controversies. His resignation from the JSC has left many perplexed, prompting questions about the motivations behind this decision. Today we unpack the possible reasons and implications of this move.
In breaking news now, MK Party parliamentary leader Dr. John Hlophe has resigned from the Judicial Services Commission, the JSC, with immediate effect. And this was confirmed to SABC News by Mkhonto weSizwe political party chief whip Mzwanele, as well as national spokesperson Tlamulo Ndlela. The party has also written to the National Assembly Speaker to withdraw the nomination of Dr. Hlophe as one of the designated members of the National Assembly to serve in the JSC. Dr. Hlophe, who was removed from office as a judge president of the Western Cape, resigns amid a cloud over the legality of his designation to the JSC, which is still the subject of a court review.
To understand this decision, we must look at the context. Hlophe has faced serious allegations over the years, including accusations of judicial misconduct. He has often found himself at odds with various political factions, including the Democratic Alliance and elements within the ANC. His position on the JSC, a critical body overseeing the judicial system, has made him a target for political maneuvering. So, why would the MKP decide that Hlophe should resign? One possible reason could be to shield him from ongoing scrutiny and potential legal challenges. By stepping down, Hlophe may avoid further complications that could arise from his position on the JSC, allowing him to reposition himself politically. Additionally, this move may serve a dual purpose: to strengthen the MKP's position in the political arena while simultaneously exposing vulnerabilities within the judiciary itself. Zuma is known for his long-term strategic thinking, and this decision could be very well be part of a broader plan to realign political power dynamics. The implications of Hlophe's resignations are profound. It raises questions about the integrity of the judiciary and whether political influence is compromising justice in South Africa. Moreover, it could set a precedent for how political actors manage controversial figures within the system.
Well, what you refer to as a rigmarole is actually not a rigmarole. It is important that we challenge the system, and that's what we're doing here. We can't allow courts to interfere in parliamentary processes. We are lawmakers. Courts are supposed to ensure that citizens and they ensure that abide to the law and ensure that they oversee the implementation of the law accordingly, not question parliamentary processes that are duly constituted as per the Constitution. Now, we need to ensure also that we expose the issues of separation of powers, because this is exactly what's happening. They're overreaching. So it's not a rigmarole. It is exposing this current process in this current system of the judiciary.
If the courts were overreaching, why not stay the course?
Why not stay the course how? We need to expose their overreach.
So what have you exposed by Dr. John Hlophe simply withdrawing now altogether?
No.
What is all this effort for?
It's not an issue of simply withdrawing. And I think you're taking it lightly, what is happening here. If you look at the process at which was taken place leading up to this decision, you'll realize that it was logistically impossible, one, for Parliament to even sit and preside over this matter because we were in recess. And the judgment was literally a week before today being the sitting. So does that show reasonability on your end? No. So we can't afford to sit and take things lying down. Him resigning is on the basis, by the way, and doesn't mean that we're abandoning the application of Part B as per the DA's application. We're still going to continue with that. But him resigning is because he will not want to blemish his name off the back of a process that is not constitutional and that is not representative of the people's will. That's exactly what's happening here.
You must know there is an attempt to capture the judiciary. And a captured judiciary will never be able to use the Constitution as an instrument of transformation.
I do think it's important to highlight that they're not saying that particularly they're not aware, but they've only been made aware of this through the media, and they're waiting for official communication from the National Assembly Speaker. And this is where all the attention is now going to turn to, Xoli, because if you think about it, there's still questions now around composition. At the time when Judge Hlophe, former impeached Judge Hlophe, was barred from participating in these proceedings, the argument was that the composition won't be affected because his membership still stayed in place. Now that he's resigned in totality, it means that there isn't any representation by the MK party, and perhaps then there might be an issue of composition. This is why then you would have heard from the JSC spokesperson, Sesi Baloyi, talking about the fact that, well, if the National Assembly Speaker responds to them, they'd have to call an urgent meeting to deliberate then on what that communication would have, or what consequences that communication would have on this gathering that's set to take place all the way until next Wednesday. Remembering as well that the interviews for a new judge president in the Western Cape High Court Division is set to take place by Monday. So at this stage, however, the JSC maintains that they have full composition, as has been outlined in that Western Cape High Court judgment, which basically had taken into consideration the consequences of Hlophe's absence. But his resignation is something different altogether, and this is why then a response from National Assembly Speaker Togo Didiza will be crucial in figuring out what happens next over the next couple of days.
In the world of politics, every move is calculated. And with a Chessmaster like Jacob Zuma in the mix, we must remain vigilant. The resignation of Dr. John Hlophe may seem like just another political maneuver, but it could have far-reaching consequences for South Africa's judicial landscape. As always, we will continue to follow these developments closely. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Inkari. It's time for more insightful discussion on South Africa's political landscape. What are your thoughts on Hlophe's resignation? Do you think it will affect the judiciary's integrity? Let us know in the comments below.